Hello, it's us again. Been a long time since we rock and roll. What's your song?
Hello, yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
How about you?
Since I could make a toy video for you.
It has. It feels like it's been centuries. But
millions and billions of years.
I keep
billions
saying,
of dollars.
Because of you, I'll randomly keep saying sands in the hourglass for no reason.
Like sands to the hourglass.
Yeah. Fortunately.
Like a pain shooting up my ass.
Yeah. We've got a lot of stuff to make up for our long overdue return, at least for
Where
now.
have we been? I don't even know how to.
Do you know when our last video was?
Us together? Do you know?
No, I just mean like when you were looking at
the last.
When was your last upload?
Thing I had was like 3 months ago. So we went through Christmas, my birthday.
Yeah.
A
lot of stuff.
But I don't know why. I want to do this big haul video, but we ain't had time for both of us to job our schedules together to do it.
When he's able to do it, I can't, or if I'm up to doing it, he can't. So
right. So
finally, I come home from work. I feel energized. He's
cats fighting in the background, of course.
He's got some good sleep. So
yeah.
It is now 12 midnight, actually.
So we're going to show everything. Some of these things I may have did
a while ago, maybe.
There's some
shorts
pops on.
Yeah, there's some pops here and maybe a couple.
Some shorts on.
Yeah.
But if I did, then I had some shorts that I did. So
yeah.
If I didn't, you're going to see it for the first time. And what we're going to do is we're going to show everything we got.
And as we go,
our haul, showcase, whatever you want to call it. And
I'm sure as we go, we'll talk about things that are going on in the respective fandoms.
And don't forget to do all the usual BS, like, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. And I'm going to try to be more consistent. And as I get things, do something right away.
Yeah.
And, maybe do like at least some shorts and that, and then do a haul video.
Because it'll be a while probably before we have another haul video.
And then on my Brett the Tank Downey channel, I'm going to start doing my little commentary show called Armchair Amusements. I just got a new armchair for it, so go check out my other channel.
Very nice, very
for
comfy.
That. Yes, and
you should start that segment talking about the death of your previous armchair.
That would be an interesting way to start it.
Well, I always think about.
I was actually waiting for new armchair to start.
Yeah,
because I do look like the missing Duck Dynasty.
I was talking
or something.
About him.
Now my beard's like
this long. Today. Do you remember there was a period of TV, if you think back, maybe about 10 years ago, where like a bunch of like hillbillies were on the air? Because you had Duck Dynasty, you had the Turtle Man and Neo, you had the Mountain Monster guys, and they were all on at like the exact same time. It's like
it was the big thing.
Rural America at its finest.
Clyde.
Clyde, Cletus,
but
all them guys.
Anyhow.
But yeah,
check out our channel out. Please subscribe to this one. Like I said, we're on the road to 1,000 on this one. The other channel, it's just like in the beginnings. I got quite a few videos on there, but I'm gonna try to start putting all the family stuff and that kind of stuff on here. But you still probably see it on here occasionally.
Also, be a good place for you to tell some of your music story anecdotes.
Well, that would be. I thought about that last night when you were talking. That would be to have you be there on, and you wouldn't even have to be on camera.
No.
You could just sit there and say, "So tell them about the time you did," because I got a million stories from playing, singing in bands for 40 years. So.
Yeah, it'd just be really cool to have a collected vocal or audible history of both stories from bands you've played in and stories of bands that you've seen. Yeah.
And I ain't even counting like, God, I got a million lifting stories too.
I'll tell the sneak peek one real quick.
Powerlifting all my life.
Of everything you told me last night when we were talking about it, the craziest thing was you saying that you have a newspaper article of your band and Joan Jett in the same
Yeah.
paper because you
Yeah,
were
we're all on the same ad. It was we were on
like,
there. She was on there. Molly Hatchet was on there. Sugar Creek, that was the biggest band in the Carolinas at the time. They were on there. Jackal was playing.
Yeah.
Oh, we were all playing the same scene at the same time.
And this was when we were in
Then,
Myrtle
like
Beach.
88, yeah.
Yeah, in Myrtle Beach, yeah.
But
I just thought that was so cool.
But
He's got it somewhere.
honestly, I still didn't know what I was doing then, and we were a good band and everything, but we were babies. So
What was the name of that first band?
Well, it was actually, the first was Free For All, but it turned into Shattered Glass. That was the name we went with.
That's
when
funny. That's the name of that Hayden Christensen movie.
Really?
Yeah, You know, like a lot of people when they like point to evidence of him being a really good actor, they point to that movie. Which there's a whole separate discussion we could have regarding Mr. Christensen in a little bit once we get into.
Yeah, we can have that.
Yeah, because it's a doozy.
Anyway, let's search some toys because there's people tired of us yakking.
Yeah, say that's why they come.
If you are here, thank you very much for being here.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sticking with and bearing with me because you knew the year before last I had all the health issues and that, and they told me it'd take about 2 years, and that's honestly, with the holidays and everything, it was just exhausting for me, and I'm still trying to get my strength back.
Basically, you're much better than you are, but you still have a long way to go.
Right, exactly. To be where I'm.
Yeah.
He said it took me.
I mean,
2 years. I had
he lived it.
Six surgeries in 14 days or 16 days or whatever it was.
You lived it. I witnessed it. I mean, I could totally understand them telling you that going through something like that serious would take that long to get back to your
and then I had the second stint in the hospital with the
fluid stuff.
The fluid stuff. So, but anyway, let's show some toys. We want to show first. All these have been like either Christmas gifts.
Yeah, Christmas, couple birthday things for you were in here that I got him, and then
stuff
couple of stuff that we bought. We can spin the yarn about where each thing come from. I'm just gonna start here and work back. The first thing I have was one of the Christmas gifts I got him. Usually at Christmas time, I try to sort of group different like things together for both him and Casey, also known as the mystery lady on here. So one of the things I'll do is I'll get each of them a pop that's like unique, a Funko Pop. So the one I got him was this very neat, it says special edition Funko of the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, crap, we forgot to set up the ring light.
Yeah, but actually light looks pretty decent. But I know what you're saying because of
it shines on it.
Yeah, not being able to maybe see it as well. The back, you can kind of get a look at maybe he's on the glider, which is really neat. And of course on the back there you get all the other Spider-Mans, all the other villains.
Did you know he was in the new Beetlejuice movie?
I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah,
that's probably why he's in that ad with the what's her name from Home Alone,
right?
Because she's the mother.
We watched it today. It was a lot going on at once. I was in and out of it the whole time because I've been having trouble sleeping.
He's holding the pumpkin bomb too.
But by the way, I'm Brett the Tank Downey. This is Crazy Age, my man,
Hunter,
my boy Hunter,
or Hunter, depends on who you are, how you say it.
Some people say Hunter.
Some people say that
if you talk to your mom, you're named after the dude on that show, the Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter, what the show called?
I don't know.
If you talk to me, he's named after the game. So.
I like to just think of named after the color. I like Hunter Green.
But anyway, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe was on that show.
Yeah, but because it reminded that commercial. I mean, it was on, I think, a little before the Super Bowl, but it definitely played once during the Super Bowl. I said to him, how much of a fever dream would it be to play tennis with Kevin McAllister's mother and the Green Goblin?
Yeah.
And that's who you're facing against. And then what if your partner was like, I don't know, Alice Cooper or something? It'd be like the most odd freaking match of tennis ever played. But yeah, this is very neat. I'm not too sure if we're going to leave this in the box or keep it out. On the one hand, it's a special edition type thing. It's still even in the protective plastic.
I say this every time we do a video. I wish I'd never started collecting them.
Yeah.
But they're cheap, really easy to get, and like peanuts. Yeah. But damn, when you get them coming out your butt,
the space.
Like, where the hell are you going to put them?
Yeah.
We have no space now.
So on the one hand, I'm conflicted because I kind of want to keep it in for that reason. But on the other, I feel like it's too cool to display in the box
Yeah.
with the
So,
glider and whatnot.
well, we keep the boxes all stored away
Anyway,
nice anyway,
yeah.
so, you know.
So if push comes to shove,
Worst
we'll
is
just
going to
do
happen, he's
that.
going to get a little dust on him.
Yeah.
So
that's him. There's actually it's not on here, but there is a Tom Holland Spider-Man that goes with this, where he has the mask
I
off.
thought you were going to say a Tom Bombadil Spider.
No, that would be really funny though. Keeping with that theme, the next two pops I've got were birthday gifts for him. I've got this. Both of these were Walmart exclusives.
57, by the way. I think I look pretty good for 57.
Yeah, I'd say so. So we have, I kind of just got these because a different gift that's here. I went through a seller and was looking at their other listings and happened upon this, and they were selling both of these pops for like $15 together. That's usually the price you could only get one for.
You happened behind a little girl that was sitting by the road.
I don't know that one.
I don't know either. I just made that
you
up.
Just thought of it?
You said happened upon.
I thought that was like some.
That just sound like something to be on
childhood show from your 70s or something.
I happened upon a fine young gentleman.
So this is the Magneto from Days of Future Past. That's Michael Fassbender's Magneto, which is very cool looking. His armor is really neat. And something you can say about those movies, both the older and younger iterations of those characters, the casting was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender did incredible as
if
both.
they kept the cast for the new stuff that's coming out, it wouldn't bother
honestly,
me one bit.
Yeah, but, you know, I have a feeling they're going to just want a clean slate.
Yeah.
But then again, they got Hugh back, so it's, you know...
That's what I say, that's what makes it kind of iffy. It's like,
You don't know.
It'd be kind of weird to have him back and have a new...
Yeah.
Like...
But then again, I feel like if there's one X-Men you wouldn't want to change, it would be him. You know?
Like if he... I don't know. Because are him and Deadpool in the same universe as like what the Fantastic Four is going to be? Do we know? Because if they are, they could make the future past X-Men be from that one, and it's to say there's just so many ways they could do it and it'd be all goofy.
The back has a ton of very cool Foxverse X-Men on it. There's a couple Wolverines, one in the leather, one with like the kind of white tank top. There's a Mystique and Nightcrawler, a Beast, which is the other one that I have here. I'll show you in a moment.
Beast.
Storm's on there, Professor X, Cyclops, the Jean Grey with like the Dark Phoenix look, and then Rogue. So you can get a whole bunch of really cool ones from this line. And we actually
he's such a good actor.
We have we have the old Magneto one.
Yeah,
CJ
so we have both of them.
over here, yep. So in this other one is the Beast, Kelsey Grammer Beast, and it's actually Flock, so it's got like the.
He's hard to see in there.
Yeah, he is. Let me see. Maybe I should have just did this for the other two, honestly.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know.
I gotta watch and not talk so much. The guy told me I talk too much in the comments on one of the videos. The big guy talks too much.
What kind of channel does he think it is? This is the whole point.
I'll just sit there and go.
Yeah, just act surprised. Yeah. So here you go. Yeah, you see, he's flocked. Has his little book. Another great casting.
He's flocked, not.
Yeah, another great casting choice. Not Ben Stiller and.
It looked like I'm having a fit.
Yeah, he does specs. I think his first scene in the movie isn't he hanging upside down on the thing?
Yeah, reading a book or something.
Yeah, which is awesome.
I forget.
He was great too. It was great when they brought him back for that end scene of Days of Future Past. You know, because Nicholas Holt's Beast had been in the movie so much, and you knew that like he had died in that future. So seeing him as Kelsey Grammer again in the end was pretty cool. Yeah.
The flocked beast.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, there were some good finds for.
Yeah.
Was these Christmas or birthday?
Those were birthday. Okay. The Green Goblin was Christmas.
Okay.
Keeping with the Marvel theme and also the X-Men theme. This is another happened upon thing. I was in Walmart one day checking electronics, and this was technically supposed to be back in toys, but I guess Someone must have changed their mind and left it back there, and I checked at the time. It was the only one in the store.
Only one.
But yeah, we lucked out. This is the Deadpool 3, Deadpool Wolverine. Uh, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. The awesome adaptation of the comic accurate yellow suit. It's amazing how so many people thought that this would look ridiculous, but when I saw the movie, I actually found myself liking it more than the black leather suits.
Yeah.
The head sculpt of him looks fantastic too. The unmasked one. I actually had it out of the box once, the day I bought it, because I was messing with it because it's just so cool looking. Of course, that movie was incredible. It's the best thing Marvel's probably put out in the last 5 years, something like that.
Since Spider-Man,
3
or whatever.
3, yeah. So
that was probably the last real good one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them all, but they're not all.
I definitely don't think they're as good as they used to be. There's been a steady decline since after Endgame.
Well, it's just like I say, when you're going to your third tier type characters, because you got the huge ones that are like tier 1, and then the secondary or tier 2, but now they're starting to get into like tier 3 characters.
I think the other problem too is that they're putting out too much, if that's possible. Like they're focusing more on quantity over quality. See, back in the early
Casey
days,
wants to go see the new Captain America.
It might have potential to be okay,
and
but
I think we're going to check it out Monday, and because we haven't seen it, it's been out like a week and or something. But I've heard so many, and see, I can't really go by reviews because the reviews are just. I always like so much that critics don't like that it doesn't really matter what the reviews say.
Yeah. It's kind of a mixed bag, and then you tell me that critics don't really like it, but the fans are.
I have a question about this next guy.
Yes.
How many deluxe figures are there now? Is there just 3 that's out of these?
I suppose.
Because I know they're putting out the Lizard soon.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Show them what we're talking about.
This is another Christmas gift from you. This was from Casey.
Yeah.
It's the Marvel Legends Doc Ock, Alfred Molina.
So I'm trying to get the deluxe ones to display in my one cabinet in there, and so I got him. Do we have there's him and the Green Goblin one, and who's the other one, the third one that's out right now?
Well, I mean, I got you Vulture, but
is he here?
Yeah, we have him.
So we'll have 3 of them to display here shortly. I always come to say hi.
I don't know if you can see him
here. Come here, buddy. Come back. Show everybody how pretty you are. He always has a dirty face. He's lazy about washing his face, but he's a pretty boy. As you know, we lost Tori there last year. We got a tribute video on here, and we lost Thorin before her. So we're down to 6 now, but always he's my buddy. He's a real nice cat, real good boy. Okay, let's get down, bud. There you go.
Yeah, this Doc Ock, of course, is great. Costume wise, great. There's so many, I know I just said about how cool that was to be like an accurate comic costume, but this is a great example of a look that was taken from the comic and modernized.
Comment if there's more of these deluxe ones from the MCU.
Yeah, I don't know about Sandman or Electro or any of that stuff.
I don't know if there's a Sandman or not.
Spider-Man too, yeah.
I don't recall seeing them, at least for that price.
And if you call, this is regarded as one of...
And since we didn't get the Green Goblin when it came out, we're having to really bite the bullet to get him.
It's ridiculous. I tried.
Mystery Lady's job gives her gift cards for working overtime, and she got one here for Amazon, like $100 gift card. So she said, well, since it's like free money, she was going to get it for me. So we paid like $86, and that's like,
it's ridiculous.
Something I never will usually do for
with your own money.
For a
I tried looking over
Marvel
the holidays.
Legend, even if it's a deluxe one,
Yeah, I tried looking over the holidays because I was the one I wanted to get you, but all the prices were like over $60, and like most were bids anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and like the first buy it now I think I saw was like maybe 74 or something like that.
So he's coming in the next few days.
Yes.
So I'll have 3, and as far as I know, they're the only 3. But if there's somebody else, leave it in the comments. I'm sure I'll get roasted about something if anybody even watches this.
Yeah.
So actually, people have been watching the videos because I've been checking.
Thank you all. It's encouraging thought.
Yes, very. Because we've been at this like what, 4 years to 5 years,
something
now?
like that. Yeah. Keeping with the theme of that, this is the
other one.
This is a bit older because this is from when Spider-Man: Homecoming was out. The Michael Keaton Vulture, still in the box. The wingspan on that thing is going to be crazy. This is the deluxe Target exclusive one that came out.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to set all these guys up.
Yeah, wonder if he's ever going to come back.
I don't know. They
they hinted at it in the post-credits scene.
That and now, so we'll have to see.
Another thing, he's another example of the look they like modernized, because they kind of paid homage to the comic one with the fur thing around his neck. I thought that was really neat, and they got a little bit of green on him too. So
yeah, I you got to figure it. I guess to make him look
take him
realistic.
Seriously. Yeah, because could you imagine that guy?
If they just had a costume like
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
What
Next
else
up,
we got?
I've got this is another
Destroyers.
Yeah, the Star Wars Black Series Destroyer droid, which is sick. I often say, like, you can disrespect the prequels all you want.
Enjoy the cause.
But would you agree, like, from a design perspective, the prequels were incredible?
Oh yeah, they had a lot of cool ideas.
Like, seeing this, like, it's such a unique idea.
I like the prequels fine, man.
Well, I know, I'm just, like, but, like, that idea, like, let's make a droid that rolls like a tumbleweed and then, like, uncoils itself. It has, like, these basically machine guns on its arms and then a massive force.
I sort of got the Kevin Smith thing where something has to be really bad for me to bitch about it. And, I'll tell you all day what I think is good, but if I usually don't say stuff about what I think is horrible unless we're doing, like, a movie review or something.
Yeah.
Something wasn't good or whatever, but I like the prequels and all that, and people shit on them, you got to realize, it was so early. It was still early in the whole process of CGI and that, and
the pioneering days.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the original trilogy; they still look good too. So, but and the people complain about that. I say, "Where's your movie? Let's see your movie."
Something else I want to talk about this too, the Black Series box evolution, because the old days you can kind of see them over here. We have the original Black Series, well, not original, but like the ones they used for the longest time were the ones that were red and black. So we have the red sides turned outwards to kind of give a neat backdrop to the shelves.
Didn't we see something about them ending the Black Series?
I thought you mentioned something about it, but I don't remember.
I thought I read something about that they're switching to a whole new line, which is, kind of going to be a bummer because I'm really, out of all the figures I've ever collected of Star Wars, these have been the ones I've enjoyed collecting the most.
Good, yes. And fortunately, they've done just about everybody too.
They've evolved as the technology's evolved, and they have done.
Like they're getting really bottom of the barrel with they could do next.
Yeah, it's getting to where they're having to do, like I was just saying about the third tier, fourth tier characters.
I like to see a Captain Panaka, a Tarful.
Oh yeah,
like ones like that.
It'll be interesting to see with the
freaking Poggle the Lesser would be hilarious.
If anybody, another thing, you leave in the comments if you know something about them ending the whole Black Series thing.
But the thing I was going to finish about these boxes is, so they had these originally, and they were all fine and dandy. But they're bright, but they're kind of a little bland. So then they did with these where they have this really neat art on the side, which I really like, and how each movie is color coded with a different color, that's cool. But the thing I don't like about this is this annoying slant.
Yeah, and they just changed that. That's a recent, for the past couple of years.
But then they changed it back, which is what I'm going to show with these.
Mm-hmm.
Because these that I'm going to show next kind of combine the best of both. They
Well,
got
what's
the
cool
shape
is
of
you can
those.
put them in a line behind things
Exactly.
and have nice artwork.
Like, imagine if they had done this for all of them.
If you're a member of our Mortal Ring Wars Facebook group, we got a group and a page, so go check both of them out. And we are also, my Instagram is just Mortal Ring Wars, but you'll see that we love all kinds of, I'll call it nerd art for lack of a better term. But yeah,
pop culture.
Yeah,
if you're a little distinguished.
Distinguished. I don't know if I'm distinguished.
And we're more distinguished than some other.
I think I'm way past distinguished.
Yeah. So the example I'm going to put, I'll go ahead and show you.
Just as an example, here's what we got.
We have two from the Ahsoka series. We've got the Ahsoka the White, sort of her Gandalf the White.
Gandalf.
And you see there, like, you got it's got this neat blue color to color code that shows that it's from Ahsoka. And then you've got, well, I guess it's this side that has the really cool black and white artwork of her on it. So then put her next to this other one, which is our Grand Admiral Thrawn. There you can see him, and then you can put them together, and that can be your backdrop.
I thought her series was really good.
I think it's actually this way. Yeah, it actually goes seamless together. If you can tell there.
That looks really nice.
Like, put those behind.
Just an idea for you ever want to display them. Something we should think about, the ones we're going to keep boxes here is like getting the ones that have that and displaying all of them.
The only problem there is I don't know if they made enough that we can.
That's what we'd have to see.
Besides, I kind of, as cool as this would look, I kind of like the red because it makes them pop a bit, I'd
still like to get the stair stepper things, get a bunch of them. That's going to have to be
so those are the Ahsoka ones.
Money throw if I do that, because I've got all these shelves to do it with. I was watching Lauren Legends put out a new video today. I love her videos. She does she does all kinds of stuff. Her big thing's Jurassic Park, but she does other stuff too.
Impressive collection.
Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and that. And I was saying to Casey, I said, man, she has more stuff on her shelves, and I mean, they are just grand.
Yeah, packed.
It's like she had to have incredible patience to do that, man. Yeah,
it takes a lot.
Shout out to Laura Legends. Check out her channel if you've never heard of her. She's really cool. She's Canadian, but she hadn't made videos for about a year and then started making them again. So I was really happy to see her back. So shout out to her if she would happen to check this out. I actually made a comment, glad to see her making videos again, and I said Brett Tank from Mortal Ring Wars, so maybe she'll check us out. So I'll tag her in this if I put it out.
I think the last black series I've got is well, the patch. I doubt I would have never remembered that, unfortunately, but it's our great the great Daphne Keene is her alien from the Acolyte.
She's X-23. I had to get her.
The show that will live in infamy.
Yeah. I thought the bad guy in it was cool. I thought where they were going was cool. There was a lot of woke stuff, but still, I thought the whole bad guy and the whole was trying to make it look like, the Jedi, and exactly.
They're double downing on what George was trying to get across in the prequels.
They ain't exactly angels,
Yeah, the Jedi are, corrupt. And that maybe the corruption's even worse than the prequels lead you on to believe. But she had a neat design. Shame that she had to
fingers
get off
crossed.
The show
I think pretty sure she's going to be in the next Avengers, and I don't know if she's going to be in the Young Avengers or not, but. Fingers crossed that they do more stuff with X-23. Mm-hmm. If she had her own movie, I'd be all about it. I think she's awesome. I loved her in that series. I forget what it's called, Casey. I watched it. It's like a futuristic type.
Oh no, I don't recognize that.
I can't recall the name. You know me names. So Okay, what we got next?
I'm gonna go and show these from Diamond Select. They are the next two, well, that we got anyway, from the Lord of the Rings line. It's Merry and Pippin. There's Merry.
Yeah, I've been really trying to get all
I
these
really
guys.
love this both their costumes. Yeah,
Because they're only putting like 5 or 6 a year out, and I've been trying to get them all. Because we're huge Lord of the Rings fans. We were before the movies were even made.
Yeah. Well, you were.
Yeah. I kind of told you about it and stuff. And
yeah. Weirdly, he comes with a lot of accessories that you would think Sam has. Like,
Mhm.
he's got like frying pans and.
Well, maybe they figure you're going to mix and match them. So
no, he's got a mug, which makes sense, and his pipe, and his sword. You know, that makes sense for Merry to have. And I always liked his costume too. Pippin's is good as well. This is the Pippin. The cool thing he comes with is the firework that they set off in the tent at Bilbo's birthday party. That's shaped like a dragon that's supposed to resemble Smaug. He doesn't have nearly as much as Merry does. But
trying to get Lucas up here for you guys to get a look at him. He officially crossed the 15 pound.
Scarf's cool. Yeah.
It was real good because he had been sick.
What are the next ones that you've got coming from that? Isn't it Eowyn and the Witch King?
I think so. Yeah, come on.
Which is pretty cool.
Come on.
He's coming. There he is.
There he is. Here you can see him. Here's our big boy. Since Beef's not around anymore, Lukey's the big boy we got.
He's the other brother.
He's nice, fluffy, and
him and Oli are two
brothers.
social
Yeah, him and
cast.
Oli are brothers, real brothers. There he is. He's a pretty cat.
Yeah. He yells a lot, though.
Yep, he sure does. But yeah, it's. I think it's them, and then I think there was a couple more they were coming out with. I forget who. Was it Bilbo and?
I remember you saying something about Bilbo.
Bilbo and somebody.
Was it someone from The Hobbit or?
Oh, it was what's her name?
Tariel, wasn't it?
Tariel, yeah.
Yeah, because I was saying it was kind of weird because it's old Bilbo and Tariel, and I'm like, first of all, if you're gonna do a Bilbo and a Tariel together, you would do young Bilbo, and second, I mean Tariel, she's not in the book, but like I find it weird they didn't do like one of the other Hobbit characters first, like, and that they chose her. I mean, it's cool they're doing her. It's just not what I would have expected. We've got another Marvel Legend here. We've been long overdue to have a.
I've seen this and immediately fell in love with how it looked.
It's a bit big. This is the Jean Grey is the Phoenix. It's got the killer backdrop. You can see it displayed here.
I can't wait to get her out and up. 2
different head sculpts. One's enraged, one's just her. But you haven't had a Jean in your collection yet, so.
Didn't I?
No.
You sure?
No, because the X-Men are right here, and I've slowly been trying to add some others to it, but to complete them.
Oh, I thought I had.
Because I wanted to get you the one of her in like the orange and blue outfit from well, both are Jim Lee, I think, but. So that's what that is. Here's perhaps the most random thing you've got.
Well, it's not really, because I do have a small collection of wrestling figures in the bedroom.
It's just there
but
he is.
my buddy, I worked at Walmart with Brian Seidel, said, "Hey, I got this. Would you like it?" I said, "Yeah, man, I love it." Because he's done passed away, and I'll have to get the Bray Wyatt to go with him and display him sometime since he's also passed away.
I was about to say they both passed, didn't they? Huh.
The last time I dressed up for Halloween, I dressed like Bray Wyatt.
One of 300.
Yep.
Interesting.
3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's really cool. Thanks, Brian, for sending him my way. Yeah, he's the guy that said, "Oh, come around, Carrie." That's that dude.
Classic story.
Robertson and I used to shout out to Jim if he's checking us out. They used to always say.
Yeah. These next things, kind of recent, we've gotten for you, but you've had others, and I've contributed. Well, we've actually gotten 2 since the original 4 that you had. From Game of Thrones, they put out these statues, I guess you could say. They're a bit akin to these Marvel ones back here, and some of the Star Wars ones we have over there. They came out when the show was on, 10-ish years ago, and they got some, and I've been kind of trying to help them build it. So the first 2 he needed a Jamie, and yeah, Jamie Lannister. I found one, bought it. Seller contacted me and was like, "Hey, this item isn't in my inventory anymore. The listing was mixed up, And he said, to compensate you, you could choose two others of your that you'd like
Yeah,
to
which
send
is
in
really
place. Yeah,
cool.
very nice of them. I really appreciated it. So the two I chose, the first is Brienne of Tarth.
Not they only remake the last season.
It's got, of course, got the great shot of them on the outside too. The back shows you a little clear what they'll look like out.
Loved her character.
Yes.
She didn't deserve to be done the way she was.
Yeah, she got did dirty in the end.
Probably the dirtiest.
Not her herself, but like the situation. Yeah. But because she got to be a Kingsguard, which is pretty.
Well, right.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
you just mean like in the stuff regarding Jamie.
Yeah.
Which is more of a him thing, if anything.
Well,
he has seven seasons of character development.
She gave it up for him, and
it really bothers me.
Left, man.
I mean, it still kind of came true, but there was the whole prophecy thing. It was in season 5 when they're in Dorne. Bronn asks Jaime about how he wanted to die, and Jaime said he wanted to die in the arms of the woman he loved, which technically became true. But I don't think that woman wasn't meant to be Cersei; it was meant to be her, and I think it was meant to be. I think he should have been dead at the Battle of Winterfell. White Walker should have killed him, and he should have died in her arms.
Yeah, which in turn probably would have made Cersei more apt to join forces with all of them to get rid of them guys.
But that would, if it was at the battle though, like she wouldn't. It'd be too late, Like if he got killed at the battle, then there'd be no point.
No, what I'm talking about, if they survived and kept marching toward what's her castle called again?
The King's Landing.
King's Landing,
they went there. Yeah. Then we should talk about the guy who was behind all of it.
Yes.
The sniveling Peter Baelish, of course. Statue isn't all that impressive, but he's like...
He is still smooth.
He's the mastermind character. He's the Palpatine of the story. They get the neat picture on the side again. I always say these pictures of him look like he needs to be like on a best-selling novel, like as an author. Like, How to Conquer the Seven Kingdoms by Peter L. Baelish.
Yeah, he does look like a back book sleeve there.
Look at his hair. He looks a bit like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Which would have been smooth.
Kind of looks like a toupee.
Yeah. But yeah, he was behind everything, so I felt like it was only appropriate that we got him. And then for his birthday, this was the seller...
My birthday present.
This is where the Magneto and the Beast pops came from. This is Arya, which is great.
Yeah.
One of the great main characters.
So I about got all the main characters.
How she looked in around season 3 or 4, I would say. In the back, she's, of course, got Needle, her sword.
Well, I'm missing Jamie, and who else?
I mean, Jamie's a big one. Or Sansa, too.
Yeah.
Of, like, really main ones.
Characters.
I mean, if you wanted to count the other Starks, there's a Robb, and there's a Brandon, the Hodor you can get. And there's a bunch of others. And the last things we got here are... This was a whole line I picked up. Actually, I have my own of the one downstairs, but it was the Fett Funko Pop wave that came out. I happened to find all of them up at Walmart at once, and I just thought all these were super cool. So you've got the little kid Boba Fett from Attack of the Clones, Daniel Logan.
Who we got to meet years ago.
Yeah, I wish I remembered that. I mean, well, because wasn't he like next to it?
Yeah, and we talked to both of them. Him and Aunt Brew.
Yeah, I don't remember talking because he was probably still relatively young whenever we saw him.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he'll be around up there before it's over with at Steel City.
Oh yeah, he'd be great to see. I'd like to see him back in a movie too.
Yeah.
Like as a young Fett. Like he's at the right age. He could do, like Fett in the original trilogy kind of era, or maybe a little maybe around Solo time period almost, or Rogue One.
Right.
Well, Rogue One's A New Hope, but the two best things, of course, he did in that movie. There was the whenever, and then there was the great moment where Obi-Wan sees him and he gives him that look like.
Mm.
And I looked. There's a clip of him at a convention talking about that scene, and they said that I think it was either Ewan. I think Ewan said it to him where he was like, because they were having a hard time getting him to react the way that they wanted him to. So Ewan McGregor was like, whenever you say the line or I say the line, he's like, just look at me like I let out a really nasty fart.
That's all he told me?
I'm pretty sure, and that's the take they
That's
kept
smooth.
in. I know, and when you watch it back and you look at him, it makes total sense. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Also in the theme of tackling, this is the one I have downstairs. The Django Fett on Geonosis. Very freaking cool. You can see him on the side there. Of course, I just got to meet him at the last
Steel
convention. So they Django originally, and now Boba, Tamara Morrison. Very nice guy.
Yeah, we had a really cool Steel City. Unfortunately, we didn't film any that day.
No, it was a very chaotic
Congested
day.
and chaos.
We spent most of our day waiting in lines to meet people.
All the voice actors from
voice actors from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Yep.
And they all were awesome. I got pictures of Ashley on my Facebook and my
and then James Arnold Taylor insisted
Instagram.
we take a picture of him holding our autograph, which is great. And then Matt Lanter, Anakin, I still love the story, but we get up to his table to sign, and Ashley had signed her stuff in green, which made sense for Ahsoka, and James had signed his stuff in blue, which made sense for Obi-Wan. So we got up to Matt Lanter, and he's talking to us, and he's just like, so guys, what color do you want me to sign my stuff in? And we paused for a second, and I had been thinking about it while we were in line, and I just said, would it be wrong to ask you to do it in red? Because he's Anakin. Mm-hmm. And he just chuckled, and he was like, honestly, I think that sounds like an awesome idea. He was just,
you should go get it. It's right there. And just
actually,
show it off real quick.
I can show it real quick. Yeah.
I'll sit here and remind you to like this video, subscribe, share it with your beautiful friends, and just drop a comment below. Mm-hmm. It would help us so much.
Yeah.
This has been an announcement from the Tankster.
So here it is, the final one with all 3 signatures on it. They got quotes. Ashley put "I'm no Jedi." James put the classic "Hello there," and then Matt put "May the Force."
It was really a cool experience meeting them. They were all very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. I was. Sometimes you meet some of these people and it's either you're rushed through it, or they're not what you'd think they would be. I've had a couple bad experiences like that, but these guys all were just incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Say also right below what kind of videos you'd like to see. Like I've been doing like those musical videos where I'll pick a piece.
We've had top 10s planned.
Yeah, I got a whole list of ideas we need to do. So
yeah,
show these last 2 because we're starting to run toward the 45-minute mark, and then we'll cut off.
Because I was also going to tell some more stories about the con.
Well, yeah, we can do that. But get these last 2 guys.
The last 2 guys, I'll just show them both together.
I actually thought we had more than this.
No. So this is the Empire Strikes Back Boba, where he's in the carbon freezing chamber. He's glow in the dark, and you can kind of see the light glowing from like the vents underneath him from when they were standing up on the platform from Empire Strikes Back. There he is on the side. And then this is the Boba Fett from The Mandalorian in the scene where he kills like 20 stormtroopers.
Yeah, man. You can't go wrong with getting any Boba Fett figure. They're all just
he's a great look.
Especially these now, they're so much more detailed.
I was going to tell about...
speaking of cons...
Yeah, I'll get to that too, but I was going to tell about meeting Tamara Morrison.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, first cool thing he did was when I was in line, because of the awkwardness of the queue for going to meet him, he stayed sort of behind, but kind of at the front of the table, not in the line. And
yeah, because I'm still being wheeled around in a wheelchair when I go to stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I got small things I can do all right. I got a cane and stuff, and like one of them push walkers if I make myself use it, but
yeah,
which I hate having to do, but It is what it is.
situation. But the cool thing that happened is I was in line waiting, and Tamura was at a photo op for the day, and he came back to the table and actually went out of his way to
Yeah,
say
it's
something
like
to him.
he walked by me, then he turned around, and he shook my hand. He goes, and he said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing real good. How are you? Love your work, you know." And he was
Yeah,
like,
like
"Thank you."
super nice of him to
But
do.
yeah,
And I made sure to point him out to him whenever I went up to talk to him. But
and then there were well, we forgot about the
well,
Weasleys.
yeah, the Weasley twins, because I'd wanted to see him for years. They were at a con like back in 2016, but I was younger. I really wasn't into getting autographs and meeting
Yeah, he was all about
people.
getting a shit ton of toys.
Yeah, back then. But I kicked myself for years not getting to talk to them, so I finally went to see them, and both really nice guys. Asked me where I was from, just charming fellas,
He
I'd
even said
say.
hi to me because I was kind of sitting
Yeah,
to the
waved
side
to
there.
him. Yeah, so that was nice of
That's when
them
the lady
too.
scolded, "No pictures."
Yes.
Yes, sir, Karen.
She's just doing her job. They gotta be. Unfortunately, places like that are where one jackass ruins stuff for everyone else.
But like, I'm gonna show pictures of them behind a massive line
Yeah.
and make some kind of.
I guess she just didn't know better, or just wasn't aware of the. They just got to be vigilant about that kind of stuff. Big events like that
I could see if like I was like right up there,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
or was trying to get a picture of you with them without paying or something like that. But
yeah.
I think they
But
get a little too anal about it.
yeah, they can be.
But get off that soapbox.
The Tamura stuff, I walked up and I asked him. I wanted to ask him really was, did he prefer playing Django or Boba more? And he gave me a really good answer. He told me that he liked Django more as a character, and he said it was because like all the clones, Boba, everything in the sense of the timeline of the story, you can't have them without Django. And he said that it's important that you pay homage and respect to the original.
To the original,
yeah. And so basically,
which is a cool way to look at it.
And Django had a small part in Attack of the Clones, but a very important part. He chuckled with me about how he had some trouble with his jetpack, and I said, if that darn space rhino hadn't gotten in your way, you'd still be alive. But then he went on to say that in spite of all that he also liked playing Boba, or getting the opportunity to, because he got to play him for longer and get to flesh out his story a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the merits of both. And the last thing I said to him really was that I hope we get to see him as either Captain Rex or Hunter in one of the live action things coming up. And he just kind of gave me this little grin.
Did
and
he
was
say
like,
something, "We shall see"?
Yeah, he said we'll see. Yeah, he said we'll see. So that makes me think that maybe there might be something in the works. Maybe so. He definitely strikes me as like the type of guy who wouldn't say no if they asked him back. They had all kinds of really.
They
cool...
all like that Star Wars money, dude.
Yeah,
so
they had a lot of great pictures at his table too. The one I picked of him I don't have here, but it was one of the promotional shots of him as Django from Attack of the Clones. The gray backdrop and like he's got his cool twin silver blasters.
Yeah.
He looks very gunslinger-y, like westerny.
To tell them about our current Star Wars debate, though.
Okay, same convention we always go to.
We've been going to Steel City for years.
Yes, and we've had mostly good experiences there. A couple weren't so good, but last time or two I've went, it hasn't been so bad. So the current dilemma is, this is a must-go-to one for him because Katie Sackhoff is going to be there.
You're a huge fan.
You're a lifelong fan. I like her a lot.
Battlestar Galactica.
I mean,
she has the best smile in Hollywood too. I mean, you can't love her.
I'm familiar with her and other stuff, but I primarily know her as Bo-Katan because I grew up watching Clone Wars, and she's been back in the show recently, so she's gonna be a must for them. But then they drop the bombshell that Hayden Christensen's gonna be at this thing. And we're kind of in a rut about it because on the one hand, like, it's the guy. Like, the story's about him.
It's Vader.
And, even though Hayden really only played the character for 2 movies, he played the Vader, like, I would say that arguably Vader and / Anakin is most important in episodes 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah.
Because in 4, he's just kind of a generic bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
5, he's pretty much the generic bad guy up until the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he's just a kid in episode 1. So, Hayden played, and, he was technically in the suit because he's been...
And he was in the Obi-Wan series,
and then
too.
at the end of Revenge of the Sith and in Obi-Wan. So, he's a huge person. Like, this is the kind of guy that Star Wars fans, like, it's like a holy pilgrimage to see him, which is one reason it's so daunting, because he's only there Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be crazy trying to...
And, yeah, like, but then the pricing on him is just unholy. To get a basic 8x10, it's $175. With no extra added things, no quotes, no
just his signature.
Personalization, just the signature. And then it's even more if you bring, pops or figures, or even more than that if you bring a lightsaber or a helmet.
Yeah, it doesn't go all the way up to like $235 or something.
Yeah,
on those prices.
And then the photo op is $200 something too. And I'd love to have a photo with him too, and what I would like to do if I did that, as unholy as that price is, I have the Anakin Skywalker Black Series light up lightsaber downstairs. I got a couple. I think you guys got it for me for Christmas or my birthday a couple years ago. And I would love to take it with me to the photo op and, like, I wouldn't want him to sign it, but, like, to just have him pose with it in the picture. It'd be cool if you held it
to your neck.
Yeah. Well, I'd like him to replicate.
How you gotta look at it is, it's one of them once in a lifetime things.
Exactly.
So is it worth?
Is the price of it really worth
$450 or whatever?
Yeah.
To do it,
and that's just for him. That's the other thing, because Katie's going to be about another $100, I think, just for her.
Yeah, she's right around that. So I'm not going to get a picture with her unless they have selfies at the thing and they're reasonable.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but yeah. So that's our dilemma.
Which I fear they might not for her, but.
Comment below if you would pay that much for paying.
Like keeping all the variables in mind.
I was watching the Always Believe channel. Shout out to them, and they were just at the California Comic-Con, and Obi-Wan and him both were there
together. Oh gosh!
Yeah. So
I couldn't imagine.
Just imagine if they would happen to announce that, and then it'd be like, holy crap. Because I imagine they're probably the same prices.
It's just, like, I remember, like, the day that you shared it with me and, like, it announced, I was sitting there thinking about it, and I just was like, I felt a bit like that scene in Ratatouille when the food critic tries the food, and, like, it does that jump back to him as a kid. Because I was sitting there reading it, and I just was remembering, like, watching Hayden as Anakin as a kid, particularly the lightsaber duel was playing in my head, like with the Battle of Heroes playing, and just like how epic it was.
It's funny, the post I've seen the one was our friend Tate Griffith, who has the local comic shop, and he's also a professional wrestler, and he was complaining about the pricing, and that's what I see it now. I was like, I bet Hunter's gonna be fit to be tied too, because for one, you're gonna be excited. Oh my god, he's gonna be there. But for another, it's like,
it's just so crazy.
So would you do?
I said to him,
would you pay him $450 for a picture and an autograph?
I said to you in the text, I said that I was more.
That's a car payment for most people.
That is, it is. Yeah, my car payment's about it. But I said to him in the text when he sent it to me, I said, I feel more conflicted about this now than Anakin must have felt in the prequels with what he was dealing with.
So, yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to unbox all this, and then
just I'll take the camera around.
And he's going to show you around where he's going to put it in this monstrosity. I get him to do it because of my leg, the way it is. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. So, if you didn't see me back on here, thanks for being here. Thanks for checking us out. And do what I will say. He'll probably tell you to, one act of kindness this week. Try to make a difference in somebody's life, because you never know when that one thing might be the thing that helps them and keeps them from going over the edge. So, be kind, people. 100%. Be nice, no matter what. We got to get back to loving each other in this country, no matter who's present or what's going on. Everything is about how you are and how you treat other people. You know, you control your own destiny. It doesn't matter who's in office or does what, you know. So just remember that. So, okay. I'm going to sign off now. He's going to put these away. He's going to show him what he did. Thanks for being here. Subscribe.
Yep. And we will catch all of you in a little bit.
In a little bit.